Now we want to talk to the Indian taxpayer, or rather the people who pay income tax. Almost all Indians pay taxes. Every time we buy something, there's always the eternal goods and services tax or GST waiting to take a cut. So almost every Indian pays taxes, but not all Indians pay taxes twice. That special privilege is reserved for about 2% of the population. For those of us in the salaried class, we have the honor of supporting the nation twice over thanks to taxes, directly deducted from our salaries. And then again, when we pay GST on anything and everything. So to the income taxpayers, how are you feeling after today's budget? Many of you would have been waiting with bated breath, eagerly watching for some relief. Well, guess what? Your wishes have been granted, albeit underwhelmingly. First, let's talk about the new tax slabs. Though there's a disclaimer here, this only applies to the new tax regime. There are two tax regimes in India, the old and the new. They operate simultaneously. People can opt for either, but the government prefers that you move to the new one, which is why they only tweak the new tax regime. And here are those much wanted tweaks. For people earning up to 3 lakh rupees per year, congratulations, your taxes remain the same at 0%. You only pay GST and a random cess on everything from oil to education to cleanliness. And that is something all of us must contribute to. But the people earning less than 3 lakhs a year can rest easy, knowing that the taxation stops there. After that, we come to the 3 to the 7 lakh bracket, 3 to 7 lakhs. Those 4 lakh additional rupees will be taxed at 5%. The rate hasn't changed, but the slab has been expanded. It's the same scenario with the new tax slab. 7 to 10 lakh rupees will be taxed at 10%. Earlier, this was for 6 to 9 lakhs. Now, income up to 10 lakhs is also taxed at 10%. The rest of the rates remain the same. Now, all of this may sound complicated, so I'll try to simplify it as much as possible. If your salary is up to 3 lakh rupees per year, not much changes for you. If it is up to 6 lakhs, nothing changes for you. But if it is above that, you get some relief. People who make 7 lakh and above now have to pay 5,000 rupees less per year. 5,000 rupees less per year, which comes to a whopping 416 rupees less per month. Quite the princely sum. It gets better for people who make 10 lakhs and more. They save 10,000 rupees every year, or about 833 rupees per month. That's almost 2 whole 500 rupee bills extra every single month. Whatever will you do with that massive bounty? Well, you could spend it and contribute even more to GST collections, or you could invest it in mutual funds or stocks or some other instrument. It's a way to increase your wealth and contribute to the government coffers yet again. Because today, both the short-term and long-term capital gains taxes were raised. The short-term capital gains tax is now 20%, up from the earlier 15%. So whatever sum you invest, if you want to cash in your earnings in under a year, 1/5 goes to the government. However, if you decide to wait, if you hold on to your investments for more than a year, you will pay the long-term capital gains tax instead. That is also up from 10% to 12.5%. So the government will pocket 1/8 of your earnings. Doesn't that feel good? Knowing that you're contributing to the nation's growth every single step of the way. You see that bridge in Bihar? The one getting washed away every monsoon? Take solace in knowing that you are the one paying for it. And what about those hybrid roads/rivers in Mumbai? You, dear income taxpayer, are the proud funder of this world-renowned infrastructure. This is the government's revenue breakup, its sources of funding. Look at the biggest contributors. 27% comes from borrowings and other liabilities, and then it is us, the income taxpayers. The 2% of us who pay income tax. We alone provide the government with 19% of its total revenue. We contribute more than corporations. They pay 17%. Income tax is at 19%. Add our GST contributions, our cut of customs duties for imported goods, our share of excise duties, and what do you get? About 2% of the population being bled dry to keep the country going. That, dear taxpayers, is our contribution to the country. We pay taxes when we earn money, when we spend money, and even when we invest money. Wherever we go, whatever we do, the government has one hand in our back pocket. So perhaps it's time to take a closer look at where your money is going and demand accountability for every fallen bridge, for every flooded road, for every collapsed airport. Because if we are paying for all of this, we might as well get our money's worth.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.